A very warm good morning, dear students. Yesterday, we were just dealing with the chapter 9, that is Akbar. Akbar is the chapter, right? So, 9th chapter, Akbar. And you might have learned about some of the characteristics of Akbar. Okay, you know something. And you know about, I think we had reached till second battle of Panipat. And what was it? You all are very much familiar with this second battle of Panipat. What do you know about second battle of Panipat? So that means, you know, the Hemu, okay, you know the ruler of Afghan, Hemu and Adil Shah, you know, these two, they just captured Agra and Delhi. So you know that because at that time we know that Akbar was very young. You know that Akbar ascended to the throne at the age of 13. So he was very young, knowing that he is very young, taking advantage of that situation. These two people, no, Adil Shah and Hemu, they just captured Delhi as well as Agra. So then again another thing is occurring that Akbar is just going to get back. Akbar is trying to get back his territories which he had lost. So there take place the second battle of Panipat. Okay, and you already we have learned about the first battle of Panipat. We all are familiar with this. And now we are just learning about the second battle of Panipat. Okay, so yesterday we have seen that, no, it is written here, the two armies met on November 1556 at the battlefield of Panipat. There was a fierce battle and both sides incurred heavy losses. Both sides, you know the consequences of the wars and so on, you know that it will be always bad. Okay, many will be dying, many will be losing their lives. So that is okay. There also same thing happened at the battlefield of Panipat. Same thing happened again. There was a fierce battle and both sides incurred heavy losses, and the battle turned in favor of the Mughals. You know that means Mughals were winning, and when an arrow struck the right eye of Hemu, and he became unconscious. That time itself, you know that Hemu became unconscious. Okay, an arrow just struck on the right eye of Hemu, and suddenly he became unconscious. Then what happened? The soldiers, the army was which was with him, just fled away. Okay, just they ran away. Okay, there was panic in his army, and the soldiers began to flee. Hemu was taken captive, and later he was executed. So Akbar regained then Delhi and Agra. So what he had lost, the territories which he had lost, he just regained in the second battle of Panipat. So that is about the second battle of Panipat. Now let's see more about Akbar's conquest. Let us see that. Akbar's conquest. Akbar's conquest. Okay. Akbar's conquest are there. So let us see what it is given. Bayram Khan, as a regent and prime minister, had helped Akbar conquer Punjab. So just note down these places, okay? So Bayram Khan, he was the regent. Later he became the prime minister of Akbar. So Bayram Khan, as a regent and prime minister, had helped Akbar to conquer Punjab, Jaunpur, Ajmer, and even Gwalior. However, by 1560, Akbar was 18 years old and wished to rule independently. So Akbar was okay when he became, when Akbar became 15 years of old, 15 years of age, no, when he became 15 years old, then what happened? He wished to rule independently. That means he was not liking anybody's help. Till that time, okay, Bairam Khan, Bairam Khan was helping him. No, he was giving so much of advices what to do, and what are the ways to win. Okay, so he used to give him so much of advices. Who? Bairam Khan. So now, when Akbar became 15 years of old, okay, then he thought that he wanted to take decisions independently. So he was not liking anybody's guidelines. So that was the time. He therefore ordered Bairam Khan to leave the pilgrimage to Mecca. So he told that Bairam Khan to go for a pilgrimage to Bairam Khan. So he went. Bairam Khan went to Mecca as a pilgrimage. No, you can say. He therefore ordered Bairam Khan to leave on a pilgrimage to Mecca, where he was assassinated on his way by an Afghan. So Bairam Khan was on the way to Mecca, and on the way he was assassinated. He was murdered on the way. So he was assassinated by the Afghan. So by an Afghan ruler maybe, or maybe no idea about that. Okay, on the way he was killed. Anyway, he was just going to Mecca for the pilgrimage. Who sent him? Akbar sent him for the pilgrimage, and on the way he was assassinated. He was killed. So that was the story. Okay. Now let us see further. In order to establish himself firmly in the sense, what do you understand by this word? Firmly, Firmly. Firmly. What do you understand by this firmly? Firmly, in order to make him strong, very strong. That is the word, no? Strong. No? That is what firmly. Firmly means to make, in order to establish himself as very strong. Okay, he wanted to prove that he is very powerful. So actually Akbar wanted to prove that. See, in order to establish himself firmly, Akbar set out to extend his empire further. So he was just extending his territories. That means the empire. He was just in order to prove himself as very powerful ruler or a mighty ruler. He was just extending his territory. So that is one. Then you see, in order to establish himself firmly, Akbar set out to extend his empire further. He adopted mainly two methods for this matrimonial. First one, for this matrimonial alliance and direct conquest. So, what were the two methods adopted by Akbar in order to extend his empire? First one is the matrimonial alliances. First one was the matrimonial alliances. Okay, can you see here? Matrimonial alliances. First one was that. And the second one was, what was that? Direct conquest. These were the two methods. Direct conquest. Okay, you can see that. Direct conquest. So these were the two methods mainly adopted by Akbar in order to extend his territory. So that was his main two ideas. First one, we have seen matrimonial alliances. So that matrimonial alliances in the sense marriage with some other country women. Okay, so she will be the daughter of a king. So she will be princess like that, no? So then the other one will be The next point is direct conquest. So the first method which he was using, that was matrimonial alliances in order to extend his territory or empire. He was using mainly these two methods. Okay, establishing matrimonial alliances as well as direct conquest. Okay, So I hope that you might have understood these 2 points. Now you can see some of the other points also. In 1561 century, Adam Khan, the foster brother of Akbar, defeated Bas Bahadur, the ruler of Malwa. So you know that Malwa is situated, now also the Malwa region is there. So where it is located? Any idea? So the Malwa region is located where or which place? So Malwa means it is in a Ujjain. So Ujjain is it is in a MP, so Madhya Pradesh. So you know that, see, the story is that in 1561 century, Adam Khan, the foster brother of Akbar, defeated Bas Bahadur, the ruler of Malwa, and annexed Malwa to the Mughal Empire. So Malwa also became the part of Mughal Empire. So you can understand what do you understand by annex something. Annex means joining. So he was conquering lot of territory. So annexing, joining the other empires also to his empire. So that was the way he was mainly using. See, you can see that he was annexing his Malwa region also with the Mughal Empire. So that was the way. And so Bas Bahadur was given a high mansab or rank, and you see, Bas Bahadur, he was given a high post. Next, Akbar attacked Gondwana in 1564 century and annexed it to the Mughal Empire. So again in 1564 century, he just attacked the Gondwana, and again, what he will do? He just annexed it to the Mughal Empire. So that was the way, that was the method he was mainly using. Okay. Now you can understand now he just annexed Malwa region also together with him, and the ruler of Malwa region was given high post in his kingdom. So that was another way. So let us see, combined against Rajput states. So what do you understand by this combined against Rajput states? Akbar followed the policy of either allying with the chiefs and kingdoms by offering them high positions in the administrations or by conquering them in the battles. See, Akbar followed the policy, of either allying with the chiefs and the kingdom. So either he will be making a good relationship with the chiefs of the kingdoms, or by offering them high positions in the administration or by conquering them in battles. So he was knowing both ways. Directly, in the sense, he will be making good communication, good relationship with the rulers. Okay. Second way means that he will be just that means he was just conquering them in the battles. So that was two ways. That were the two ways he was making use. Okay. So I hope that you understood. Okay. Let us just continue with now. So Akbar's main policy, that was first policy was allying, making alliance. That is, he is making good relations with the kingdoms, and the other way that was he was just making, or he was just fighting with the people, by conquering the territories. In 1562, the Raja of Aimba, that is Jaipur, got his eldest daughter Jodha Bhai married to Akbar in 1563. Raja of Aimba, that is in Jaipur, got his eldest daughter. So what was her name? Jodha Bhai, married to Akbar. See, the Raja, his son Bhagavan Das and grandson Mansi were later given senior positions. So these people were given high positions. Okay, the family members were given high position in the court. So, in the king, in his empire. So, he was given the Raja, his son, Bhagwan Das, and grandson Mansingh were given high positions in Akbar's court, Akbar's army. See, most of the Rajput chiefs accepted Akbar's suzerainty gradually. The suzerainty means the supremacy, no? The authority. Suzerainty means the authority or the supremacy of the Akbar was accepted by most of the people because he was giving them the high positions in the courts. Okay, the court. Some Rajput chiefs, however, looked upon Akbar with suspicion and refused to yield to him or accept his suzerainty. So, but you know that some of them were not ready to accept the superiority or the authority of Akbar.